So I kind of.
It's irritating.
Okay, folks, let's do it.
Second, Mayor.
Okay, the time is approximately 6 p.m. and the April 13th, 2023 Farragut Board Mayor and Alderman meeting will now come to order. All Farragut Board Mayor and Alderman meetings are public notice per Tennessee state law. Our meetings can be seen live on Charter Channel 193 or TDS Channel 3, as well as Farragut YouTube channel and our website. It will also be recorded, can be viewed at a later date on Town of Farragut YouTube channel. Again, is also on Channel Charter 193 and TDS Channel 3. During the regular posted agenda, all comments or questions from Farragut residents will now be in person. If you are interested in speaking, we ask that you fill out a blue card with your name and address and agenda number and turn it into the town recorder prior to the start of the meeting. The mayor, or in his absence, the vice mayor, shall maintain and control the meeting to provide a professional and objective environment. So please read the posted comment protocol and understand that there will be a 5-minute limit for each speaker. And please stay on topic, as at the end of the business meeting, there will be some time reserved for other public comment that does not pertain to an agenda item under the citizens' comment agenda. Okay, we'll start tonight with a call to order with a silent prayer and a pledge of allegiance to our country's flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'll need to ask the town recorder, please take attendance roll call for a quorum.
Alderman Burnett. Here. Alderman Meyer.
Here.
Alderman Pavlin.
Here.
Alderman White.
Here.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams here. Thank you, David. Approval of agenda. Are there any agenda amendments?
No, sir.
None? Then I'll ask for a motion to approve the April 13th, 2023 agenda as stated.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of approval, please say yes.
Yes.
Let the record show the April 13th, 2023 agenda has been approved as stated. Approval of minutes. Is there any amendments to the minutes?
No, sir.
None? With that, I'll ask for a motion to approve the March 23rd, 2023 minutes as presented.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of approval, please say yes.
Yes.
Okay, next I'll need a motion. Well, I don't need a motion for that either. Next will be the mayor's report, and I'll start out by thanking our legislators for the approval of some of the most recent legislation, even after a tough week on the Hill. I also want to let everyone know, after a long period of anticipation, the Elkmont Station, right next to Starbucks, is finally open and serving a great menu of salads, appetizers, and entrees. And I'll now turn it over to the Vice Mayor for her report.
I'll just make a brief report. There was a interesting post in the Farragut Press today about how little funding the town of Farragut contributes to Knox County schools. So I had done a presentation for our Intro to Farragut class, and I just wanted to share that information with all of you. As you all know, we don't have a property tax in the town of Farragut, but Knox County, we all pay Knox County property taxes. In fiscal year 2020, Knox County collected $21,800,000 in property taxes from the properties in Farragut. Knox County budgets, they contribute a certain percentage to their general fund, to the Knox County Schools General Purpose School Fund, and to their debt management. In 2020, $8,284,000 of the property taxes collected in Farragut went to the Knox County's General Purpose School Fund. The town of Farragut has the local option sales tax of 2.25%. State law requires that 50% of what is collected in the town of Farragut goes to Knox County Schools. In fiscal year 2022, town of Farragut collected $17,320,000 in local sales tax. $8,660,000 went to Knox County's general purpose school fund. The state of Tennessee levies a 15% gross receipts tax on alcohol beverages sold for consumption on premises. The tax is earmarked for education and local government. Distribution to local government depends on several factors. Per state law, 50% of that mixed drink tax goes to the schools. In fiscal year 2022, $361,000 was distributed to town of Farragut. $180,500 of that was remitted to Knox County's general school fund. On top of that, the town of Farragut provides community grants, $27,000 to each of the schools, and $12,000 to the Farragut High School Education Foundation. But our support of our schools doesn't stop there. We have the Town of Farragut Education Relations Committee, which in the last year hosted the principal luncheon in August, provides a forum through which all the schools can coordinate fundraising dates, collaborates on fundraising specifics, conducts staff-teacher appreciation outreach, coordinates with local media, and supports youth fundraising events. Since 2018, the participants of each of our Introduction to Farragut classes have volunteered their time at one of the Farragut public schools to assist our schools in addressing our needs. And most importantly, our Town of Farragut Public Works Department has tirelessly supported our schools through the years. Most recently, they've donated and spread mulch at Farragut Primary School, donated and spread mulch at Farragut Intermediate and Farragut Middle School picnic tables, aerated the Farragut High School baseball field, hauled sand, aerated, top-dressed, and spread gravel at the soccer field, and hung banners at Farragut High School. And if you haven't been to Farragut High School lately, Dr. Bartlett is doing a great job of beautifying that campus and making it something that the community can be proud of. So, in fact, we contribute more than $17 million through taxes and grants to the Knox County schools. So we actually do support a lot of our funding. Just wanted to make that clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll ask if any of the other aldermen have anything to report.
No, sir.
None? Okay. In that case, we'll move on. We'll start with the first reading ordinance for review and public hearing tonight. Ordinance 23-04, an ordinance to amend the capital investment program budget and the state street aid fund budget for fiscal year 2022-2023, passed by ordinance 22-09.
Thank you, Mayor. The first item is an amendment to our capital investment program. We'll be amending the expenditures from $14,824,000 to $15,024,000, which increases it by $200,000, and that's for the Little Turkey Creek Greenway, which we're going to talk about tonight. There's also an additional $50,000 from the Mayor Bob Leonard West baseball field improvements in there, which we need to do for the infield that we need to get done by the end of the fiscal year. Also is the State Street Aid Fund, and every year in the State Street Aid Fund, we do the bids in the spring, and we allow the contractor to work kind of through the spring, summer, and even into the fall. Some of those expenditures can happen in one fiscal year and get rolled to another fiscal year. So what we're doing is taking the amount from last year, which was $1.43 million, and bringing those dollars from 2022 to 2023 for a total of $2.284 million, increase of $854,000. So with that, the motion would be to approve ordinance 23-04 on first reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any resident comments?
I did not receive any.
Did not receive any. Okay. Discussion, we'll start off with Alderman Burnett,
No questions.
Alderman Meyer,
Pass.
Alderman White. Vice Mayor.
I have nothing.
I do not have anything either. With discussion closed, I ask the town recorder to please take a roll call vote.
Alderman Burnett,
Yes.
Alderman Meyer,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Pavlin,
Yes.
Alderman White,
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Thank you, David. Let the record show that the amended ordinance 23-04 has been approved by a roll call vote on the first reading. Okay, looks like we have 5 business items on tonight's agenda to review and consider. We'll start off with the approval of the reappointment to the Education Relations Committee.
Yes, sir, Mayor. Again, this is a reappointment to the Education Relations Committee for Michelle Morrow. She has unfortunately missed a few more meetings than is allowed by our current bylaws, and she has been asked to be reappointed. So the motion would be to reappoint Michelle Morrow to the Farragut Education Relations Committee.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any resident comments on this one?
No, sir.
None? Okay, we'll start with discussion. Alderman Meyer,
Pass.
Alderman White,
None.
Alderman Burnett.
No questions.
I have none. And Vice Mayor, do you have anything?
I just want to point out that, yes, all of my Education Relations Committee is populated by moms, and they're all very busy, and we have a liberal policy for allowing them to find someone to replace them if they can. Michelle is very dedicated to our schools and serves on this committee admirably, so I appreciate that you guys support her.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll now ask, all in favor of approval, state so by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Let the record show the request has been approved. Okay, next will be approval of resolution 2023-05, surplus property.
Yes, Mayor, we have two items tonight that anything that has over a value over $100 needs to be included in surplus equipment if we're deciding to sell it or get rid of it. So we have two items, a 2004 hot seat pressure washer and a 2017 997 zero-turn mower. Once these items are surplused and we put them on Gov Deals, then those dollars that come in from the sale would go to our equipment replacement fund. So the motion would be to approve resolution R-2023-05.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any resident comments?
No, sir.
Okay, discussion, Alderman Meyer,
Pass.
Alderman Burnett,
No questions.
Alderman White,
No question.
Vice Mayor.
I'm none.
I have none either. With sufficient discussion of resolution, I'll ask that all in favor of approval say so by saying yes.
Yes.
Okay, let the record show that the resolution has been at Bob Leonard Park.
Good evening, Alderman. This is a Tough Shed storage shed. Its location is at Mayor Bob Leonard Park. The specific location is next to the clay and sand pits, adjacent to the current storage shed, which will be removed once this new one is in place. The dimension is 16 foot wide by 28 length, and the wall height is 8 foot. It's 4 foot by 6 foot 7 double shed doors, a total of 8 foot wide. So this is a large shed. Delivery and installation is going to be within the next 4 to 6 weeks upon approval. Tough Shed was the only bidder. Their bid price was $16,308, and this project was budgeted at $20,000.
Going to move for approval of bids and award of contract 2023-12 to Tough Shed 541 for their bid of $16,308.
Second.
Okay. Any residents?
Yes, sir.
Nothing? Okay. Alderman Meyer, discussion?
Pass.
Alderman Burnett?
No questions.
Alderman White?
No question.
Vice Mayor?
This is a bit larger than the existing shed?
Yes.
Is this much larger?
Yes.
Okay, so it will accommodate the needs of the, okay,
Yeah, they're very excited about it.
I imagine.
They are.
I hear the other one's about to just kind of fall over, so.
Well, I'm appreciative that you come in under budget. So, with discussion closed, I'll ask that all in favor of approval state so by saying yes.
Yes.
Let the record show that the contract has been approved as requested. Okay, next will be approval of bids and award of contract for construction of the Little Turkey Creek Greenway.
Mayor, I heard that comment about coming in under budget. I knew I was next at that point. I think we can all agree that our greenway network, I guess, is probably one of the best amenities the town offers. Over the years, as properties have developed into subdivisions, segments of greenway are constructed as part of those subdivisions with the eventual plan to connect all those. This is one of the best connections I think that we've done in a while. It runs from Brookmere subdivision to Sheffield subdivision. It's about 1,450 feet and runs along the eastern side of Little Turkey Creek. Unfortunately, that is kind of difficult terrain and access is difficult. So bids came in well above our budget, but we received 2 bids on March 9th. McKinnon Construction bid $1,146,129.55, and Whaley Construction bid $949,469. We've been very pleased with Whaley Construction on several projects they've done in the past for us. Staff recommendation is approval of bids and award of contract 2023-10 to Whaley Construction Company for their bid of $949,469.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any comments from, okay. Okay, we'll start off with Alderman White,
Comment.
Alderman Meyer,
Pass.
Alderman Burnett.
Very excited about this connection. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yep.
Can't wait for the Turkey Creek one to come up in the subsequent years. That's it.
Or Vice Mayor.
I have not. I will say this. I took the opportunity a couple of months ago to walk this trail that's in Brookmere to the bridge because it stops. It is a beautiful walk. It really is very I'm so happy that we worked with the developer to put the trail on that side of the water instead of trying to cram it on the other. And then we worked together to get the cost of the bridge. And I think it really is very beautiful. So I'm excited that we're able to connect this.
It's actually a cheaper route than trying to put it over along Virtue Road.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, it would have to be probably cantilevered out over the water, which would be a nice walk too, but a really expensive one.
Yes.
Well, I have walked it as well. I walked it initially last year when in the winter when everything was down, and we were able to really look at it. And this will be something that everybody will talk about when it's done. And I'm like Drew, I'd like to see that next portion that would
Yeah.
connect to actually to Turkey Creek Greenway. So anyway, with discussion closed, I'll ask that all in favor vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let the record show the contract has been approved as presented. Next will be approval of proposal from Kramer Racing LLP for legal services.
Mayor, just a little background. We've been working with Kramer Racing since 1980 when the town was founded. David Rogers was the initial town attorney and helped and get our town founded and then charter and everything else. And when Mr. Rogers retired back in 1998, we were fortunate enough to have Tom Hale be our town attorney since that point. Tom's done a wonderful job for our town, has been a great advocate for our town, and has always given us sound legal advice. One of the things that Tom looks at from time to time is just the rates that they charge for their services. This year, the last time we increased the rates was back in 2015, so it has been several years. What we're looking at is increasing the hourly rate for partners to $255 per hour, senior associates to $200 an hour, and junior associates to $185 an hour. This would go into effect immediately. There is enough money in the budget to handle any kind of increase that we would see for this year, and we'll make sure that we include enough into next year's budget as well. So the motion is to approve the proposal from Kramer Racing for legal services and hourly rates for the town attorney as attached.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any residents signed up for this one?
Sir.
None. Okay, discussion. Alderman Burnett,
No questions, Mayor.
Alderman White.
Briefly, Mr. Mayor, I think everybody fully understands and knows that I was not happy, nor was I convinced he was correct on Mr. Hill's decision that now allows the town to do anything basically they want to and own town property based on legal standards from other states. However, my decision had to be based on two things. Has Mr. Hale done his job? I have to say absolutely he has. Mr. Hale's position is to serve at the pleasure of the mayor. The mayor asked him to make a decision on something that was brought up by me. He made his decision. He did his job. My second consideration is a raise in the hourly rate warranted based on the cost of living. I think, as everybody in here knows, cost of living has increased drastically. So based on those two things, I will, of course, vote for this raise in the hourly rate. Thanks for the time, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you, sir. Vice Mayor?
I've always appreciated that Mr. Hale takes the time to really thoughtfully consider the concerns we have and provides us with conservative, well-thought-out positions, and I've always appreciated his service to our community. So, that's all I had.
Pass.
Yes. And, well, in my position, I depend heavily on our law department to help with the things that we are not trained to make decisions on, and it's always been spot on, and so I would have to agree with everyone else. With discussion closed, I'll ask all in favor of the vote by saying yes.
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 Let the record show that the proposal has been approved as stated. Okay, next will be the town administrator's report.
Mayor, thank you. Just a couple things. One is I'd appreciate the board allowing me to go to the Tennessee City Manager Conference for the last day and a half. It's always good to hear from my colleagues around the state what's happening in their communities and what's going on, and it's also therapy sometimes for me as well. So it was a great conference.
Why would you need therapy? I don't
No. It's in a good way. So that's a very good thing. Also, tomorrow night there is a volunteer banquet to celebrate our volunteers of the town at the community center at 6:30. And I know all the board members have been invited, and hopefully you can attend. But look forward to a great night at the community center tomorrow evening. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. I plan on being there with my lovely wife. And next will be Tom Hale's report.
I don't have a report, but I would like to thank you for your comments and for the approval of the increase. I say it from time to time, but it's very true and continues to be true that our law firm is very proud to represent the town of Farragut. It's a very important client to our firm, and one of my closest friends is the person that got me involved in this. I learned more from David Rogers than probably anybody but my mother and my father, and maybe my brothers. But David was a great mentor to me, and is the reason I suppose I've gotten this job. And it's been a nice way to spend my. There's a lot of parts to practice the law that aren't much fun, but representing the town of Farragut is usually very challenging and very interesting, and not the same thing over and over again, which is something I enjoy. And we appreciate the opportunity to work with the town and the staff, and you have right now about as good a staff as I think there's ever been out here. Not that the last ones were not good, but this one's particularly special, I think. You've got a lot of good people working here, and they're always good help to me when I need help. So I thank you for your action tonight.
Okay, thank you. And for the folks that don't know, Lawyer Rogers was one of the founding fathers of our town. Okay, next will be citizens' comments. Do we have anyone signed up?
No, sir, no.
We do
we're not signed
not?
up tonight.
Then, let's see here. It's 6:25, and without objection, April 13th, 2023 Farragut Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting is now adjourned.